Dr. Shirley Travis is here. Thank you. And Coach Larinaga, we were just talking a little bit about it. Looking forward to picking Jordan Mason in my bracket next year. I love you. I don't know if some of you remember, but I visited this university about 3 years ago for the first time. This was at just the dawn of my presidential campaign. It was about 3 weeks old, I think. We didn't have a lot of money. We didn't have a lot of staff. Nobody could pronounce my name. Our poll numbers were quite low. And a lot of people in Washington, they didn't think it was even worth us trying. They had counted us out before we even started. Because the Washington conventional wisdom was that change was too hard. But what we had even then was a group of students here at George Mason who believed that if we worked hard enough, and if we fought long enough, if we organized enough supporters, then we could finally bring change to that city across the river. We believe that despite all the resistance, we can make Washington work. Not for the lobbyists, not for the special interests, not for the politicians, but for the American people. And now, 3 years later, I stand before you, 1 year after the worst recession since the Great Depression, having to make a bunch of tough decisions, haven't had a tumultuous debate, haven't had a lot of folks who were skeptical that we could get anything done. And right now, we are at the point where we are going to do something historic. This year. Folks who aren't getting a fair shake from their insurance companies, it's a debate about the character of our country. About whether we can still meet the challenges of our time. jack up premiums 40 or 50 or 60%, as they have in the last few weeks without any accountability whatsoever. They know this, and that's why their lobbyists are stalking the halls of Congress as we speak and pouring millions of dollars into negative ads. And that's why they are doing everything they can to kill this bill. So the only question left is this: are we going to let the special interests win once again? Or are we going to make this vote a victory for the American people? The time for reform is right now. 1 year from now, not 5 years from now, not 10 years from now, not 20 years from now, it's now. We have had a year of hard debate. Every proposal has been put on the table. Every argument has been made. We have incorporated the best ideas from Democrats and from Republicans into a final proposal that builds on the system of private insurance that we currently have. The insurance industry and its supporters in Congress I just want to be clear, everybody, listen up. Because we have heard every crazy thing about this bill. You remember. First we heard this is a government takeover of health. Then we heard that this is going to kill grain. Then we heard, well, illegal immigrants are going to be getting the main benefits of this